welcome back to my channel. This is a review of 3 pistols that are 22 caliber plinker style pistols that we own here. To be fair, they're in the same price range and I personally shoot these regularly. This review is my opinion and everyone else's may differ. All 3 pistols again should be considered plinkers. They each have 10 rounds and they're all blowback in design. The first one we have here is the Neo. Barrel lengths come in 4.5, 6, and 7.5 inches. Here's the 7.5 inch. You can see the difference in size. Weight can go anywhere from 31.7 ounces all the way up to 40.7 ounces depending on which pistol you purchase. Price can go from $275 to $375 depending on which model you buy. The Neos is Greek for new. Another thing to note is its skinny grip, which may be good for small hands or for young shooters. This is the only one of the 3 that I have that are striker, have a striker instead of a hammer. Has a space age, space gun styling, but it's nothing unique. Back in 1957, a company called Whitney had something called the Wolverine. So here's the Whitney Wolverine, and you can see it sort of resembles it. I don't know if they actually took this in consideration when designing the Beretta Neos. Now, some of the things I like about this is it's easy to disassemble, even to change the barrel. Check this out. If I lock the slide back, I can just press a button and turn a wheel. And grab the other barrel. And we can go ahead and screw that on. There are not too many pistols that you could do that so quickly. So out of the 3, this is the easiest to disassemble. Also, it has a recessed crown, and it's the lightest of the 3 if you compare the same size barrels between the 3, and it is the cheapest between the 3. Some complaints about this particular one, or the downsides or the cons, whatever you want to call them. The slide is a little sloppy. Its fit is not quite that good, even though it doesn't affect accuracy. Besides that, the build quality is outstanding. I mean, it's really built well. It is the least accurate of the 3, and when we first brought this to the range, it was shooting all over the place, and what we found out was that the barrel was leading up. It was fouling up with lead, and we could contribute that maybe to just the barrel being new and the rifling being sharp, so it might just need to be broken in. Still, you know, we don't know. I guess other people could comment whether or not that happened to them or not. So we ended up shooting either lower velocity rounds or copper washed or plated rounds, such as CCI's mini mags, and we had absolutely no problems with that. But you can see, you know, I'm sitting here talking, which, you know, I can't multitask very well, but I talk to change the barrel back that quick. One other thing, when I put this barrel aside, is these hand grips can be changed out. Here's a style with the blue inserts. They have different colors, so you can go ahead and... Next one we have here is the Buckmark. comes in 5.5 and 7.25-inch barrels. The weight can vary from 74 ounces to 79 ounces depending on which one you buy. Also, their light models, the special light versions, I guess they use some sort of alloys that could go from 28 ounces to 30 ounces. The price range is a little bit higher. It can go anywhere from $380 to $700 depending on which model you buy. It does have a strange gold trigger. Some people might not be crazy about that trigger, and some people might find it attractive. Other things is, or the pros are, that it's the most accurate out of the box. I was plinking metal targets at 100 yards with this out of the box, no modifications whatsoever. Also has the best trigger out of the box. It's crisp and lightest of the three. The barrel has a recessed crown, again, just like the Beretta Neos out of the box. And the fit and finish is the best of the three, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion. Now, the cons to this is it did not come with a mount, but you can buy an aftermarket mount to mount on top of the barrel. In order to field strip this, you have to remove these screws. And if you want to remove the barrel, you have to remove another screw under here. So one of the cons is it's not a tool that's designed to disassemble and reassemble, and screws over time can get stripped, so you need to be careful with that. Also, another downside is when you're cocking the pistol, it's very difficult. It's the hardest of the three to pull back and cock the hammer. Some people who don't have a lot of strength might find difficulty in pulling this back. Another downside is the ejector is a piece of wire instead of something more substantial like a stamp piece of metal or some sort of metal. It's just a wire sticking out into here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right here. And all it is a piece of wire. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but trust me, it's a piece of wire. And the last con is that it costs slightly higher than the other three, so it is the most expensive of the three. And that, my friends, is the Buckmark.